Well, good morning. It is Tuesday, and we're being serenaded on the street here. I'm checking out of this fabulous hotel. I know you can't see the sign there, but it's just open air, well laid out, perfect breakfast buffet. And I'm heading to Hakone, which is kind of outside of Tokyo. Going to stay in a couple of the resorts, of course, this morning as I'm checking the calendar, as I am wont to do. Realized I booked a hotel, but I booked it for tomorrow and not today. So I had to go on real quick and find another hotel just for tonight, which meant more money. What are you gonna do? I'm so calendar challenged. Anyway, I'm gonna drop off my bag at the station because my train doesn't really leave till noon, and it's about 10:30 now. I just got bored in a hotel room, so I'm gonna store my bag for a little bit and I don't know, maybe walk around by Tokyo Tower, see if there's anything interesting over there. If there is anything interesting, I will let you know. This is Kyoto Station. It's huge, and I mean, you don't see half of it because half of it's underground and extends off in forever directions. It's so easy to get lost in there. But one thing I know they got, the smoking section. Yep, smoking is still a culture here. Even though you can't smoke on the street, you gotta go to the special sections. I think I've said that in another video here. It's still amazing that smoking is still a culture. Kyoto Tower, right behind the station here. So at the public bath in the hotel there, which of course I visited, like twice a day it seems like, even though it wasn't that. There was a gentleman who just happened to be there at the same time I was a couple times. But of course in there you don't really talk to anybody, and of course you can't assume that they speak English or anything like that. So I just kind of noticed it. Then I noticed him at breakfast the next morning, sitting by himself. And again, same thing next day, sitting in the hot tub. He comes in, same guy, and again, can't say anything there. Then later that evening, after we left the onsen, I went up to my room, put on some clothes. Changed my clothes, and then went back to the restaurant. I was going to grab a cup of coffee. And he was sitting there, so I just went up to him and I said, "Hey, are you traveling by yourself?" And he said, "Yes." And he was from San Diego. Great guy named Kevin. He's a diver, and he goes to again, it's Bali, that area. It's somewhere in Indonesia, and I can't remember exactly where, but he goes there for a couple months every summer, and he's a diver, so he does dives, and he's retired, been retired for 10 years, still younger than me, but just travels the world, does dives, and says he has a house in San Diego that he Airbnbs to kind of cover his travel expenses there. So we had talked a little bit over dinner, and then sat and chatted some more. Just so nice to have somebody to talk to, because you're at night. You want to make contact. I have to say that the Japanese folks are not the most conducive. They're standoffish. Super helpful, but you can't really start a conversation if you're standing in line for the bus or on the train or anything like that. That's just not the culture there. So it was just so nice to have somebody to talk to that's in the same situation that you are, and that was willing to share some time. So saw him at breakfast again this morning. So we sat and kind of talked about our plans and stuff. So it was good to have that experience there. Well, the bus dropped me off here. kind of in the middle of nowhere. As you can see, we're again in the Misty Mountains. I mean, that bus ride was long from the Shinkansen station. Shinkansen station, yes, that's right. Anyway, I got a little walk to my hotel. Scenery's nice, but we're in the middle of nowhere and trucks. So, let's go to our hotel and settle in. I didn't know I'd be hiking up the mountain roads here, but that's okay. Haven't had my workout today, really. It's funny, I weighed myself this morning. I've lost 10 pounds on this trip. Must be all the exercise, because it certainly ain't all the pastries. I am earning this. It's been uphill all the way from the bus station. Me and big old bag. I'm thinking, what if this isn't the right place? The right address? Yeah, I'll just walk back to the bus station, I guess. But at least it'll be downhill. Alright, so we had that same situation where Apple Maps shows you you're right on the spot, but ain't nothing around here looking like it's supposed to. So I went back to the website that I booked this through, hit directions, opened it in Google's Maps, and it shows a different place. A little bit up the road, not too far. So I think I'm heading in the right spot there. This says 4 more minutes. Does that count? This has a path this way. Let's see. Yeah, let's take the shortcut and see what happens. Now coming up on the road here, and I guess to this, I don't know what I'm framing. I go to the right, and then should be hitting it up. Let's see. Downhill. All right, so there's a resort here on my right hand side. So feeling like I'm good in the area, I hope. Looks like we've come upon it. All right. All right. I believe this should be the place. So, if not, call an Uber. Alright, well, it was quite the hike to get up here, but let's check out the room. Shoes off, of course. So let's go in and see. Oh, wait, I left the key in the door. All right, now let's go in. See, small, cozy, convenient. I don't know. That was a long walk up the hill. I got to do it again tomorrow, but it's downhill. So, bathroom, of course, with Japanese toilet that everybody loves. So, quite a nice thing here. They also have 2 private baths, and they also have 2 hot springs. So, I'm looking forward to that. But it's only for one night, so I'm going to not unpack anything. And look, the parking lot. But I'm looking forward to a good soak, which has kind of been my theme for this trip lately. Anyway, all right, I'll check with you later. Can't take you to the spring, so sorry, can't do it.